of everything that we have done or that we do daily that contributes to the breakup of our relationship, the destruction of our man, and the failure of our children to be able to function. They did not tell us that all of that being my own person and I'm independent would lead to separation, loneliness, celibacy, and lesbianism. They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation. They didn't give us that information. They made us think that it was some kind of glorified position to brag about the fact that I got my own job, my own credit card, my own car, so I don't need no man. I don't even know how we got that mixed up. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with being with no man. We have some serious relationship problems that nobody has been able to address us on because everybody wants to pretend that this is not going on. Over 60% of our women are single, widowed, separated, or divorced. They don't have a man.
That kind of summed this whole episode. That is why we going for we
this is some of everything.
Because at bottom line, the white man is the devil.
Okay.
What happened? Go to Genesis about the serpent. You gotta understand this, man. You gotta understand this. The so-called white man pushed this agenda on our black women, man. They didn't just come out like this. They ain't just come out like this. This is the serpent in the Garden of Eve. This is what happened with Eve. We looking at it right now. You feel me? Like people reading the Bible, we living it though. Like black people, we live in the Bible, man. And this is exactly what happened with Eve in the garden. You got it?
Common concept. The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Right. Now this is talking about people. It's used metaphors for animals because that's how they was living. Because they didn't have no law or none of that. And it said that the serpent was the slickest one. You feel me? He was the slickest one of all the nations at the time. You feel me?
Which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree in the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
Now the trees in the garden is talking about the other nations. And when it's talking about eating, it's talking about doing what they do. Taking on their philosophies. And that's exactly what black women have done. They have taken on the philosophies of the so-called white man, and now they running around like cuckoo. They running around crazy, and they don't know why. Black women running around crazy, and they don't know why. That's because they took on the philosophies of another nation and destroyed them, man.
Salakia.
Look at that, man. That's crazy.
Nice. Salakia. You ever heard that old saying, run around like a chicken with his head cut off?
Right.
That's exactly what that is. Running around with like a chicken with his head cut off because they have no head. You know what I'm saying? Or don't want to accept that authority of the head of the head that they're supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? So they just run around like chickens with their head cut off. They thinking they know best, thinking they know what to do when there's a clear order that was given. You understand? It's man, woman. You know what I'm saying? The head of the man is Christ. The head of Christ is the Most High. You have a shot. You know what I'm saying? We wonder why it's so much. And it's because we don't have no goddamn order.
Right. That's facts. That's it. And in a nutshell, the serpent got into our house, got into our woman's head. Right now, the serpent is our white man, and they destroyed our house. And that's why we got this going on in the black community, man.
Hey, so like, if I could, can you give me that one with Bind the Strong Man?
Common concept.
This is crazy. Why would they do this? Unless it was another nation that came to them and told them this was okay.
Right.
It's no other reason why these women would be like this, man.
the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27. No man entered into a strong man's house
God, no man can enter. No man, not the serpent, not anybody can enter into a strong man's house. Go ahead.
and spoil his goods.
And spoil means make no good. You understand? If you got some old milk and that's got an old expiration date in your refrigerator, you know it's bad. You know not to drink it. It's spoiled. Go ahead.
Except he will first bind the strong man.
And that's exactly what's happened the last 600 plus years here in this hell that we call America. You understand? We've been living in this hell, and this whole time they had and everything that's transpired from slavery to Jim Crow to mass incarceration to everything that's going on now has binded up that strong man, and that's why they was able to go in and spoil our families and spoil our homes and spoil our women is because first they had to first bind that strong man first.
Right.
And
So
then
like,
he will spoil his house.
and then after he bind that strong man, then he's able to enter his house and spoil his goods. And that's exactly what has happened. You understand? The serpent, the white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Got into our sisters, our women head, and like we've been saying the last 5 minutes, you know, they run around like chickens with their head cut off because they have no order, they have no guidance, they have no head. Salaki, that's all I had.
Right. I mean, it's gotta change though. Like, and that's what I keep saying with that war in Ukraine. It's gonna end all of it.
Kind.
All that stuff going on over there is gonna end all of this stuff.
Yeah, how was shy?
All the stuff going on right now that black people we just seem like we don't want to get together. Like we was talking about in the class, the grace gonna run out.
Okay.
Be a flood of fire this time. It's gonna be no flood of water. It's gonna be a flood of fire, man. And a lot of people gonna be hurt and die.
Damn right.
But yeah, that's the end of the podcast.